So welcome back to my channel. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss this Leetcode Hard problem. Longest path with different adjacent characters 2246. Okay. So let's read this problem first. We are given a tree that is a connected undirected graph that has no cycles rooted at 0. So the tree is rooted at 0 node consisting n nodes uh, n nodes, and nodes are numbered from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, and we are having 0 based indexed array parent of size n, which is representing basically parent of I is representing the node which is parent of I. Okay, and node 0 is not having any parent, so parent of 0 is represented by minus 1. No problem. You are also given a string of length n where si is representing a character assigned to node I. Okay, and what we are asked that return the length of longest path in a tree such that no pair of adjacent nodes on the path have the same character assigned to them. Okay, so this is the problem. Let's go to this test case one. So the structure of tree is something like this. We are having root at 0 node, then its left child is 2, right child is 1, and left child of 2 is 5, left child of node 1 is 3, and right child of node 1 is 4. And we are assigned node 0 with A, node 2 with A, node 1 with B, node 5 with E, node 3 with C, node 4 with B. So this is the structure of a given tree. Yeah, and n is up till 10 to the power 5. Okay, and we are asked to find the longest path in this particular tree in which the adjacent nodes are not having same character. So let's try to analyze this. Let's say if I am considering a path starting like consisting this root node. So the longest path can be uh, two branches and this root node, right? So this type of questions in general solved using diameter of a tree. So let's first try to understand what is diameter of a tree, right? So diameter of a tree is the maximum distance between any two nodes in a tree. And let's understand this thing using this big test case. We are having this tree and string and this string also. Let's for a time being, let's forget we are given this string. Just try to find out the diameter of a tree. For diameter of a tree, we can see that the longest path between any two vertices can be through any node. Like it can be through root node, it can be through node 1, node 2, 3, and all these nodes. So if I consider the longest path through root node, it should be this node, this path. Yeah. And if I consider longest path through through node 2, it should be this. And let's calculate its length. So if I consider the longest path through root node, so this, this, and this, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Its length is 6. And if I consider a longest path uh, consisting this node 2, it will be this, 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 and this, right? Okay, so this is also 6. But what if I have this particular node also, node number 11? In this case, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, yeah. In this particular case, the longest distance path through root node will be 6 only. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if I consider this branch, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But if I consider the distance, longest path consisting this node, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So with this example, we are able to, we can understand that there is no necessity for the longest path to be consisting root node. It can be consisting, it can consist root node or it can't. So we have to consider all these paths, like all the paths in each subtree. Let's say for this tree, we have to consider this, like the path in which zero node is considered, the path in which root 2 node 2 is consisting, the path in which root 5 is the root node. Basically, we have to use the rerouting technique, right? Uh, yeah. So for this thing, what I need, if you can generalize this thing, let's say I am having this type of a situation where I have this root node u, and I have many child nodes v1, v2, and so on, vn, let's say vm. We have m childs of root this node u. So if I need to calculate the answer for this node u, the answer will be 1 plus sum of two longest branches. Let's mark it with mx1 plus mx2, where mx1 is longest path branch, mx2 is second longest path branch. Because if I am considering the longest path in the subtree of this node u, it is something of like this. Let's say we have something like this. So it can be like this, going from this node, leaf node, to this root node u, and then again I'm considering any of the branch. So in general, it's like it can be represented like this. If this is the node u, there is there are many children, and we have a tree expanding like this, and so on. So there are many branches, right? So for the answer of this u, I need only two longest branches. Let's say these are v1 and v2. I need the longest path from these nodes to leaf of their subtree, right? If I have these values as mx1 and mx2, then to calculate answer for this root node u, I just need to add 1 to both of these. So the answer for this node u is 1 plus mx1 plus mx2. So yeah, so for each node we have to calculate the two longest branches, two longest path branches, and then I can update the answer for this node, right? And I can achieve this thing using DFS. Okay, so let's go to the coding part. So I have already written the code. Basically, I have implemented a DFS function in which I am passing three parameters: u, parent, u is the current node, parent is its parent, and answer variable, which is in which I am storing the final maximum longest path sum, not longest path sum, longest path in that particular tree. Yeah, it returns the longest, and this DFS is returning the longest path from current node to the leaf node. Because let's say I am at this is u, let's say, For this u, I need to calculate answer as 1 plus mx1 plus mx2, and these mx1 and mx2 I can calculate using DFS, right? So I'll go to its this child, then this child, and also these childs. I will calculate this value using DFS, and then I compare all these and update the two longest branches. And let's say I am having these two longest branches, and this is 3, this is 2, and just I will to calculate answer for this node, I will do answer is equals to 1 plus 3 plus 2, where 3 is mx1 and 2 is mx2, right? Yeah. So let's now consider this DFS function. Initially I am considering this base case. If adjacency list of u is empty, that means u is the current node is leaf node. If current node is leaf node, that means the longest path from this node to leaf node is 1, because it is itself leaf node, right? So I have initialized the longest and the second longest branch path with 0 initially. Yeah. Then I am iterating for I am checking for each v, each child of u, and I am calculating the path like path count for that particular v, and I am also updating this answer for that v, because this can be the case that there is no uh, this can be the case where if you are having this kind of situation, the DFS value of this, the longest path from this node to the leaf node, can be the answer also. So this this line is set. This line is controlling that situation. And if the path is greater than longest, basically I am updating the second longest and the longest path branches in both this if and else if. After all this uh, implementation of this loop, I am having my longest and the second longest branch. So I am updating the answer for this current node u as answer equals to max of answer, comma 1 plus longest plus second longest, updating the current answer for the current node, right? And I have to return the longest path from this current node u to the leaf node through this DFS. So that's why I returned 1 plus longest, returning the longest path from the current node to the leaf node, right? So for time being, ignore this code. This is how I implemented the DSS function for this diameter. And yeah, and in diameter function, first of all I have created the adjacency list using the parent array. And this initially I initialized this answer variable with one value, because uh, the minimum value of the longest path can be one only. In this can be the case when there is only one node 0 in the whole tree. So in that case the answer will be 1. Okay, so I call DFS from current node root node 0 and its parent is -1, and I pass answer and then adjacency list. After evaluation of this DFS function, I have updated my answer variable and then I returned this. So this is how I implemented the diameter function, right? So now I guess you all understood how you can calculate the diameter of a tree using DFS. So let's now proceed to this given question. In this given question, the only condition which is different than diameter question is that the if I am going from this u to v in that longest path, then the assigned value to this u and v should be different. They should not be same. So the only change that going to be happen in the code is while updating the longest while updating the longest branch and the second longest branch, I can update if and only if the assigned value of the child is not same as the assigned value of the parent node, right? So uh, visit let's now check the DFS function for that particular question. This leaf node condition is still same initialization. I am considering all the nodes, all the child nodes of u. I evaluated the path value. I updated the answer for the child node, and if the assigned value of parent node u and the child node v is same, I continued. Basically, I skipped that case. Otherwise, if the path is greater than the longest path, I updated the second longest and the longest branch, and same thing happened here. And at the end, I updated the answer for the current path, current node, as 1 plus longest plus second longest branch, and returned the 1 plus longest. Same. Each and every line is same in this code except this condition. Using this if condition, I have handled this case that in the longest path in this tree, the adjacent nodes should not be having the same character assigned to them. And in this longest path function also, I have created the adjacency list first. Then I call the DFS function uh, using root node as the current node, its parent is -1, and everything is same. So let's now run the code. Sample test cases are running. Let's now submit the code. Yeah, it's running. So I guess you all understood the question. Thanks for watching.